This place was filled quickly. Everyone on the edge of their seats are on their feet already as we are underway for the 2023 national title game. Let's see who responds first. Quinnipiac normally on their toes, and they go straight north, Colby Cohen.
Oh, and the pace is already high. They're playing off the energy in the building. What a hit, Butchie, to start this game.
And a penalty to start this game, and a power play to start this game. Kester was rocked in the upper body area. Of course, they will look at this, Colby, possibly review this. First, the initial call, will it be a 2 or 5?
Previous play is under review.
Well, Skylar Brindamore is going to head into the box. And just remember, principal point of contact, shoulder, in my opinion, based on that first glance. And that is what they are looking for in the NCAA this season. A new rule. You are able to assess a 5-minute penalty for contact to the head without throwing the player out like in years past.
I'm not sure if this should even be a penalty.
I thought it was a hit to the arms, shoulder. I don't think it made contact with the face.
Yeah, this is a good hit, Barry.
It was the shoulder. It was
Clean.
the shoulder. Obviously, it was a physical hit and a strong, aggressive hit, but it wasn't a high stick into the face or anything like that. So I don't think it's going to be a 5-minute for sure, but maybe not any penalty at all.
It might have grazed the cage, but overall, it's close. We'll see what they end up calling. Can't believe this will be 5. Maybe they'll still call 2.
Well, Butchie, they can also look to see if there's secondary contact to the head as well. I'm standing in front of one of the linesmen.
There it comes.
Here comes the call.
Number 22, Quinnipiac, 2-minute minor, indirect contact to the head.
There you go. So they felt there was some there. Most of it appeared to be the shoulder or upper pec area of Kester. So Skylar Brindamore, son of Carolina head coach Rod Brindamore, who played his college hockey at Michigan State, is in the box. And now this is a huge point in this game. Scoring first is always important in any hockey game at any level. And Rod Brindamore in his seat. His team lost to Buffalo today in Buffalo. He jumped on a private plane, and here he is. And you see the tension on his face, and the faceoff is won. Here come the mighty Goats. Shot just wide. This power play has been sizzling in the NCAA tournament.
Oh, DeYoung lost his stick, broke in half.
And the puck is cleared, and here comes Logan Cooley, an electric 18-year-old from Pittsburgh. Arizona Coyote draft pick. One-timer! Saved by Peretz. Snuggerud can fire at number 81.
Excellent puck movement on that power play, side to side. Good shot from the point.
Snuggerud in front. It's loose. Tied up. Squirts to the corner. Cooley gets it back calmly to Lacombe. Snuggerud wants it again. What a kick save by Peretz.
Well, Snuggerud got all of that shot. He's a trigger man. 21 goals on the season. They love to work those one-timers through the seams. Well,
Doing a great job killing penalties. They're not letting the puck go through there, like you said, Colby, but you just can't let them have shots in the middle of the rink.
This red-hot power play against this great PK unit. Quillen's all by himself. He had 2 goals in the semifinal game. Blocked by Kester. He was the guy hit by Brindamore.
Kester played that very well, John.
And here they come up the ice. Less than a minute left. Second unit, Aaron Huglin on. Remember, this unit scored a power play goal in the semifinal game, but Quinnipiac, this is what they do, Colby, on the PK.
Yeah, they'll smother you when they see backs and they see the puck along the click plate. It's 2 men on, and it's 200-foot clears.
And, of course, Kester, who took the hit, back out on the ice. He's fine. Nevers drops it back, but unfortunately it's a Bobcat. Again, no support from his teammates. DeYoung, nice, easy play by Kester.
Yeah, they got caught in the change, so that's why there wasn't enough guys on the ice.
Brodzinski in the lone, but cleared out nicely by Colin Graff.
I like Brodzinski. I just have a feeling he's going to have a big game.
2 shots on goal, 2 grade A chances. Snuggerud wanted those pucks, and he blasted a couple of them. Peretz made the first solid save in this game. Looked like that was offside at the line, but they say onside. In front, bad angle shot off the side of the net. by Jackson Nelson, and here come the Bobcats. So they killed a penalty. Now they'll try to get into their game, Colby, which is on your toes and going north.
Absolutely. They love to get north-south. They love that transition. But, Barry, this power play by Minnesota, they had some clean puck movement. And anytime Snuggerud is able to wind up and take that one-timer, Bear, you better be ready.
Colby, if I'm coaching there, I got to change that. You can't let them have shots from the circles like that. There was at least 3 of them, maybe more than that. You got to make sure that they get blocked or pushed to the outside. But good start so far for both teams, really.
Yeah, Skylar Brindamore out of the box, and he wins the faceoff. That's his primary job tonight. Do that. That power play came in. The Gophers 7 for 15 in the tournament, 47%.
Keep an eye on the neutral zone right here. This is what Quinnipiac will do. They'll get 1-3-1. They want to isolate. They want to trap you, and then they want to look for those quick ups.
See if the Bobcats can get some offensive game going. The early power play certainly had them a bit on their heels. Now they reset and start again. The Gophers seeking their first national title since they won the back-to-back titles in 2002 and 2003. Quinnipiac has never won one in school history. They've been D1 since 1999. For the first time wearing the road blues.
Yeah, you liked them. You mentioned them before the game.
Well, those numbers pop.
They do. That makes our job a lot easier.
It's all about us, right, guys?
Yep.
Well, you got the best view in the house, Colby. We're up here in the rafters.
Yeah, no mistakes out of you down there, kid.
Big line. Big line back out there for Minnesota. Let's see how the Bobcats try to match up against that. Snuggerud, Nyes, and Cooley, 3 future NHL players. Again, Bob Motzko was brought here to do this. Get to the national title game, win it, and end that drought. A lot of draft picks, of course, 14, second only to Harvard, 3 first-rounders. And he's got the team to do it, Barry.
He's got the team to do it. Obviously, he's got the future to do it. I like their team a lot, the way they're played, built for the new NHL. They'll all have good careers, no doubt about it.
Battling behind the net, back to the point. Best defensive core in the country. There's Lacombe, second-round Ducks pick. Huglin behind the net. He's a player built for a game like this, heavy and strong. Lacombe can shoot it. Oh, what a nice block by Quillen. He scores goals, and he blocks shots.
Great shot, blocking that up. Great job.
Huglin taken away by Tellier. Here comes Filion. The Kristoffs on both these wings have had good tournaments, 29 and 13. Chernesky in air from Sunnyton, Connecticut. He's in between the Kristoffs. Jaden Lee dumps it in. Here comes Brodzinski. On the offside, stops. Chesley fires. Blocker saved by Peretz. Top of his crease. He's on his game early. Lee makes a nice play to Filion, who tries to get it out, and Quinnipiac is looking for a change.
Yeah, good communication down below the goal line. You could hear the centerman yelling, head up, and Lee just flicks that puck over. Details, guys. That is what Rand Pecknold preaches to his team, and that is in all 3 zones.
He's going to make the forechecker come in a little bit.
Lee fans on the clearing attempt. Around the net, looking in front, open net, score! Another Middlestat! John Middlestat! And the Gophers score the all-important first goal of the game. They were very close to being offside. Let's see if they look at this and reverse this call. It was very close. What do you think?
Oh, this looks like offsides.
Well, the puck's definitely in, so you don't have to worry about that. It's offside or not.
Yeah, he's the first skater. That should be fine.
Yeah, I think that one's okay. I thought in real time it might have been offsides, but after seeing that first camera look, that's a good goal.
Yeah, Jaden Lee was looking for the long stretch pass. However, it's picked off by Connor Kurth, the lightning draft pick. He went around it, as you saw, threw it to the paint, and John Middlestat of the Middlestat family. Casey scored a goal today for Buffalo. Luke had 2 in the semifinal game, and now John. Eden Prairie, get on your feet. The Middlestat boys are having a week.
They call themselves the Middlestat 3.
Backhand in front. Oh, what a great defensive play in front by Snuggerud to avoid a Bobcat chance. Now Bobcats have to regroup here. Snuggerud rips it, save. Almost went to Nyes on the rebound.
You can't kick the rebound right there with a guy coming down the line, so I'm sure they're talking about that on the bench. Make sure the rebounds are taken care of away from the front of the net.
Minnesota 21-4 when scoring first. So we talk so much about the top line of those two number ones and the second-round draft pick. It's the fourth line who scores first.
Always is, always is. Fourth line has a big night.
Opportunistic play by 19-year-old Connor Kurth. Picked off that pass, went around the net, threw it in front, and John Middlestat, the freshman, gets his fourth goal of the year, and the Gophers lead 1-0. Shot from the point, saved by Close. Just in Close, the 24-year-old goalie for the Gophers. He turns 25 in May.
Yeah, that was close. Sorry, I had to.
Well, guys, we're seeing a little bit of what we saw in the semifinal game where Minnesota just overwhelmed BU with their speed. They force turnovers, they force bobble pucks because the way they play with pace.
C.J. McGee clears that in, playing his 100th college hockey game today in the national title game.
I'll take Quinnipiac's forechecking well, really taking the lanes away.
Sellout crowd here in Tampa, and here come the Bobcats. Fillion fires, blocked by Chesley. Tellier gets knocked.
Whoa!
Wrong play.
That could have been 2 minutes very easily.
Watch out! Here comes Pitlick. Great recovery by the Bobcats. Jacob Nordquist with the play, and here comes Tellier, but great back pressure by Lamb. Excellent pace to this game. You mentioned, Colby, how the Gophers overwhelmed BU in the semifinal game. I don't sense that here so much as the BU game.
Yeah, but when they put enough pressure on you, that's when you start to see the uncharacteristic turnover that we saw in the goal. Look at the play in the neutral zone. We have not seen this out of the Bobcats in the tournament. They almost look a little bit nervous in the early goings of this hockey game.
They've outshot Quinnipiac 5-1. Shot blocked. Lombardi had a chance there off the face-off win. That shot deflected wide. Pass in front, chipped away. Here comes Kurth, who set up the first goal. You know, the first shift after a goal, you are flying out there. Good job by the Bobcats to break out. Lombardi goes after it, can't get there in time. There's Middlestat, the goal scorer. Lombardi pokes it behind the net. This is a young fourth line, and up and down the lineup, Quinnipiac brings a lot of experience. Lombardi, turnover, shot, short side wide. Off the bench. As they make a line change is C.J. McGee, and the whistle blows as the puck goes into the netting. A couple of freshmen open the scoring in the national title game. Kurth throws it in front. Middlestat picks it up in the paint and tucks it in for goal number 1. Good defense wins championships, and good defense starts with goaltending. Yanni Peretz leads the nation in winning percentage, goals against average, 10 shutouts, second in save percentage, just a little bit behind Devin Levi. And Justin Close on the other end, 24 years old. He turns 25 in May, like Barry from Saskatchewan.
Going to be a smart kid, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. And an excellent dresser.
Saskatoon U.
Logan Cooley into it first. Cooley, the 18-year-old freshman, throws it in front. Nice. Snuggerud just shot it wide. This line is electric. 81, 92, and 89. Nice, steals it. He's a beast in front. And Peretz is able to get the catching glove on. It's under his glove. He takes a while to get the whistle, but he has it, and play is stopped. And that is Matthew Nyes, Barry.
Oh, yeah.
He's an absolute wagon.
Everything that we've done with him involved, we talked about that toughness, the aggressiveness, winning physical battles. Those are the guys that the NHL teams want. A guy like him, look at this front of the net. He doesn't leave there. He goes there and forces someone to take him out of there, maybe drawing a penalty. So he's been doing it all year long and just continues to be the leader that Minnesota needs.
Bob Motzko told us he wants the puck and he wants him to play like a bully.
And he doesn't want to give it up.
And that's what he's done so far.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of Chris Kreider at the end of his college career, and then Chris Kreider stepped right into the NHL playoffs.
Yeah, man among boys. Even at his young age of 20 years old. So time for Quinnipiac now to get to their game and get the next goal. People talk about the first goal, but sometimes I think the second goal is more important, especially at this point if you're Quinnipiac.
Well, we saw them get down by 1 goal to Ohio State early in the regional final, but they do not panic. And just looking down their bench, looking at their coaching staff, everybody very calm, collected. You see Rand Pecknold, he has been in a lot of these big situations over the past 5 or 8 years.
And they got a lot of older players, guys that have been in situations like this before, so they're not going to panic. They're going to be ready to go.
Middlestat family is really going. Casey's playing really well for Buffalo. He's got 9 points in 5 games. And
don't forget, he was a high draft pick. He was a first-round pick.
All Buffalo. Luke wasn't drafted this year, but he will be this June. They missed him, and he made the World Junior team.
That's not bad.
Chesley shot deflected, goes into the corner. Here comes Tellier. He's been good this tournament, 29. Chesley, nice play to turn away from the forechecks and makes an easy exit. This is going to be icing on Quinnipiac. So the Bobcats kill the early penalty. That's now 24 straight.
They got great players for those positions, those defensive positions, like we said, with the experience they have.
Quinnipiac can't change off the icing.
Wind draws, wind draws.
They're going to try to get Lacombe, number 2 at the point, a one-timer here if they get this back clean.
Top line for Minnesota back out there now. Knies will try to hunt it down. Here comes Cooley aggressively into the corner. Now Norquist makes a nice D-to-D play, and now they go north. That's Quinnipiac style, get it and go. Very rarely they go D-to-D. They want to turn and go. But you can see the speed and forecheck of Minnesota. You talked about Colby. They got to think a little differently right now.
Well, because you've got such a mobile group of defensemen for the Gophers. All guys can skate, all guys can make the first pass, and all guys have the skill to move their team up the ice.
Boy, Snuggerud, he really is ready to play tonight. You saw him on that early power play. Want the puck. There's a little body check on McGee behind the net. Back to the point. Faber keeps it in. We talked about Brock. Now Minnesota Wild property. He'll be playing in the NHL in Minnesota next week while he plays in college in Minnesota this week.
Oh, a chop on Cooley. So far, tempers flailing. Minnesota jumping out to the early lead in Tampa.
Welcome back to Tampa. Our Victoria Arlen on the Quinnipiac bench with Rand Pecknold.
All right, Coach, down by 1 early on. What do you need to do to get that momentum back?
We need to play better. A little nervous right now. Again, Minnesota's good. They're coming hard. Obviously, that first goal, made a mistake. We got to move on from it. It's a long hockey game, but we need to play better.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys.
To keep things simple, certainly he's kind of reiterating what Colby said. Colby sensed some nervousness from this older team. And Rand almost sounds upset there, Barry. Like he wants his team to play better. We need to play better. Keep it simple.
He wants perfection. He doesn't want mistakes in the neutral zone. And you think you'll see them really settle down and get going with their style.
You mentioned what a week it's been for the Middlestat family. Casey scored today for Buffalo. Luke in the semifinal game from the point. Again, look over in the draft last June. Will not be this June. Then tonight, John, the freshman, gets his 4th of the year as he really is hard on the puck in the dirty areas. And that's what a hockey family does.
Well, then that's a hockey family because they get dirty and they play hard and they do a lot of good things with their skill level and are going to have great careers in the NHL.
Dirty and greasy like those Minnesota mullets. Time for the Bobcats to go. Haven't had a shot in a while. Almost 5 minutes without a shot on goal. Big line out there. Quillen, Graff, Lipkin. They need them to come through right now. Sam Lipkin, Colin Graff behind the net, but it's the Gophers who come out with it. Looking for this chip out. They can't get it. Good job, Johnson. Graff, shot, deflected, loose in front. Saved by Close. Graff turns and fires. didn't get there. And the Gophers get it out of danger.
Great shift, great shift.
Just their second shot on goal came 12 minutes in.
Quality
First
John.
period.
Quality.
They can build off a shift like that, Barry. You get in the offensive zone, you'll win a couple puck battles, try to settle your guys down, and you sort of take a deep breath. You get into this game. The nerves are there, guys. I've been in this game. No matter whether you're jittery or not, as this one heads down for icing, you will feel those butterflies.
There's Justin Close. We mentioned the Saskatchewan kid. 1.99 goals against. Just a real efficient, smart goaltender.
Yeah, watch right here. Got great angle, square to the shooter, controls the rebound with his gloves, and then the guys come back and help him out. So total team effort defensively. You don't win all these games with both these teams without being solid in your own zone and checking people, and that's what they're doing right now. Great defense.
Rand Pecknold was hot during that last time out, guys. He's on the officials, the linesmen.
The kid line's back out there for the Gophers. 3 freshmen with the offensive zone draw. Middlestat the goal scorer. He cycles to Pinanimi. Pinanimi spins away. Back to the plate. One-timer. Kester blocked. Deflects into the corner. Bobcats once again under attack. Connor Kurth along the wall with Middlestat. Getting support from Pinanimi. Shot deflected high off the glass. So another good shift by the freshman.
Some mistakes though. Holy jeez, I've never seen him make that many mistakes in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, Barry, we watched them in the regional, and that type of play right there, that goes right off of Friedman's stick and skate, and it pops into the slot for a free chance. Those are the plays that we have not seen the Bobcats make defensively. So they are taking the pressure right now, and they are just giving Minnesota too many freebies.
Play better. That was Grant Pecknold's message to our Victoria Arlen. He wants this game to settle down, get some confidence, and start going. Still only down 1, though, here in the first. Here comes Legault, the defenseman. Pass in front, deflected away. There was an opportunity, but the big offensive line playing some defense as Nyes has it. Hit by Brindamore. And Snuggerud has it. He's been flying all night long. Rims it around. Cooley's there first. Pass in front to Nyes. Looking in front for Snuggerud. Kester aggressively up. Kester looking for the pass in front. Brindamore has it. Here come the Bobcats. 2-on-2 with 2 Gopher back checkers, and 1 is Snuggerud. Snuggerud still out there. Chips it deep. He'll stay out. Nyes will change. Down he goes. Think he tripped over his own Bobcat teammate as Lipkin has it. Got to get out of there, and he does.
Smart play there by Sam Lipkin. He's a freshman, 28 in blue, an important offensive player, but game very mature, very responsible away from the puck.
McGee protects the puck, but Pitlick steals it. Lee around the other side to Graff, but aggressive forechecking by the Gophers continues in this game. They're playing fearlessly. Hit the linesman, so the Gophers couldn't make the play they wanted to. McGee chips it. It goes back to Peretz. He will cover up. Hey, for more information on college hockey, the Frozen Four, and all 90 NCAA championships, go to ncaa.com. Rand Pecknold said after their semifinal win the other night, I thought Quinnipiac culture was on full display. That was just outstanding. Battle level was great. We won a lot of races. We won a lot of battles. When we got beat at times, we had second wave, third wave, good sticks on puck. They need to get back to that ASAP. Couple crisp passes, and Quillen is in the Gopher zone. This guy's had a hot NCAA tournament. Lipkin finds Graff. He's a great playmaker, number 11. There's an attempt at it to Metsa, who scored against Michigan. Graff has it. He can score and pass. Transfer from Union. Nordquist the pinch. Lipkin takes a look around, and you can really see his hockey sense. The freshman for Quinnipiac, number 28, but back comes Lamb. Brock Faber. To Lacombe and back to Faber. Great composure from this defensive core. Bob Motzko says he'll never have a better defensive core than the one he has on this team.
And he's got 7 of them, so it's 1 extra.
He does. Kester Around the other side to Nevers. Now Quinnipiac with some good pressure. This is what they did well against Michigan. Forecheck, create turnovers, get scoring chances. Kristoffs are out there. Tellier and Filion with Chernesky and Air in the middle. However, the Gophers are able to get it out. Nordquist quickly north, which is what they want to do, but Filion can't handle it. Now the Gophers head the other way. Excellent hit there by Nelson. NCHC officiating crew for the championship game tonight. 3:56 to go here in the first. Matty Nyes, Logan Cooley in that big line sees the fourth line get the first goal of the game. 5 shots Minnesota, 2 shots Quinnipiac. Not a lot of shots on goal in this game. Minnesota none since their goal. Kind of giving Quinnipiac a chance to get back in this thing and tie it. It has settled down for Quinnipiac a little bit.
But they got to get rewarded now, John.
Right.
Playing like this. They're playing hard. They're doing the right thing.
Saved by Peretz. Johnson gets it out of danger. Nice chop there by Tellier. But again, look at the forecheck by Nevers to create the turnover.
I love
Gophers are set up.
I love it.
Good stick there by the Bobcats. They get it out, and the Bobcats see the Gophers get it right back in. Nelson using his big body along the wall. Good job by Lombardi to support Legault and get the puck off the ice, and here they come. Quillen turns away, looking for a teammate. He finds Graff. Now they're motioning. Graff shot! Close, saw that very late, but he's in good position. Almost snuck under his right armpit.
Yeah, Graff is a goal scorer. If you look at his bio, he can really put the puck in the net. And you're going to see what happens here. Everything like we were talking about. Everyone had their job. No one's running around. But there's that 3 or 4 pat moves to the right and the equipment, and that opens up a lane. It doesn't have to be a 20-foot lane. It has to be like a foot thick, and that's exactly what it was. Puck goes through, doesn't see it, and almost scores. So that's a lesson for everybody. Just go one way, a few feet, and you'll alter your shot look.
Close did not see that until it hit his body. 3 minutes left in the first. Watch out, here comes Cooley. With Snuggerud. Snuggerud. Cooley! Upended in front. No penalty coming.
Whoa. Prison rules.
Yeah, they got there right at the same time. Cooley went down, but play continues. Here come the Bobcats. Down 1-0. Lee towards the net. Good block shot by McComb, and Nyes will pick it up. He's looking for a teammate.
This Minnesota decor, so good with their sticks.
Cooley. Snuggerud turns away and cycles back to Nyes. Nyes, excellent pass, the middle step, but he can't handle the bouncing puck, and Brindamore gets it out of danger. Lee off his skate to his blade, but he can't get it out. Watch out for Chesley. Nice fake shot, but a really good defensive play by the Bobcats.
Maybe one too many moves.
Guys, this Minnesota blue line, they just don't give up the red line. They pinch everything off. They get the puck up, and here's another transition.
Huglin shoots it wide. Pitlick will get to it and send it back to Huglin behind the net. They teamed up for a sensational power play goal between the legs of Huglin and on the stick of Pitlick in their semifinal win. Chesley fighting off players in front. Just over 90 seconds left in the first. Quinnipiac will change off the dump in. The big line out there trying to get some offense for Rand Pecknold. Quillen gets the turnover, looking in front, but wow, he is absolutely plastered by Jackson Nelson.
Oh, the big centerman just imposing his will.
This will be icing on Minnesota.
That line for Minnesota, physical. And you go back just a few short minutes ago, a good opportunity for Cooley and Snuggerud, but what a back check by 15. Jaden Lee probably saves a goal, and Barry, the big centerman, Jackson Nelson, boom.
I'm going to start calling him Willie Nelson, man. He went in there, took a body out, knocked him on his butt. Puck's laying there, then head off the other direction. They were getting pushed around there for a while, so showing a little bit of aggressiveness isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, Willie Nelson was known for different hits.
Well done, buddy.
Graff in front, never got to the net. Rebound, can the Bobcats fish it out? No, still loose. Gophers got to get it out of danger, and they do. That was a chance for the Bobcats, who are slowly getting back into this game now. Quillen and Graff, it's the big line that is going to have to be out there a lot as long as they're behind. Johnson can't keep it in.
Yeah, the ice is getting pretty soft here. It's warm down at ice level. You can see the snow building. You want to make sure you're using your skate behind your stick blade to help you with those pucks at the point.
It's been a hot, beautiful week in Tampa. Upper 80s, low 90s. Not a lot of humidity yet, so that's good. Any backyard rink owner knows humidity is the enemy of Iceberry.
No wonder I couldn't get rid of my old ice.
Exactly. First period winding down. Quinnipiac looking for a buzzer beater here.
There's another bouncing puck that just sneaks out of the zone.
Quinnipiac hockey, the last 15 minutes has been on display. They've allowed one shot on goal.
But again, they're
Knives into the glove of Perez with half a second left.
Wow.
I'm saying about Minnesota, they don't need a lot of chances, John.
Yeah, when you've got a guy like Matthew Knies who can change the angle of the puck. Look how he just finds it and puts it through the screen, forcing Perez to snap that one out of the air. And Barry, you love this one by the Bobcats.
You can't teach talent, and right there you're going to see why Minnesota's got a lot of goals. They have a lot of talent, and they almost scored another one. 2-0. It's going to be pretty tough to come back from that.
The period will end when the puck is dropped. 20 minutes in the books. John Middlestat. Hockey royalty in Minnesota, Eden Prairie. It's been a good day for them. So far, 20 minutes. 40 minutes to go. 1-0 Gophers. Back to the studio. Arda Ocal. Night has fallen in the beautiful city of Tampa, Florida. Such a sensational host for a Frozen Four, their third since 2012. And inside Amalie Arena, it's the Minnesota Golden Gophers who lead after 20 minutes, Barry Melrose. Sometimes you come off the bench and the puck finds your way to your stick and you create a goal, and that's what happened for Connor Kurth.
Well, Minnesota's a team with a lot of talent. What happens is guys with talent, things happen for a reason with them. Coming up the middle of the rink, no one's near him. All of a sudden, bang, it's a mistake and it's on his tape. Now it's a 1-on-2 and everyone's caught flat-footed except the guy with the puck going behind the net. And then the follow-up guys doing what they are supposed to do is follow up a play like that. Ends up, Middlestat shoots it into the wide open net. So that's what talent gives you. They give you a 1-0 lead.
Minnesota 19-1-3 when leading after one, Colby Cohen.
Yeah, Matthew Knies absolutely imposing his will, does his best work within 5 feet of the net. He's physical, his feet never stop moving. He was absolutely dominant that period, and I've said this now a couple of times. This is a special talent who is going to be playing in the NHL, in my opinion, within a couple of days after his team tries to win a national championship.
All year long, the second period has been Quinnipiac's highest scoring period, 61 goals, and highest in shots on goal, 483. But the same also applies to Minnesota, and they lead after 21-0. Who gets the next one? Such a huge goal here in the national championship game. Jaden Lee up the wall. There's that aggressive forecheck. It continues for the Gophers. Can Quinnipiac get some clean breakouts and scoring chances off the rush? Close makes an early second period save.
Most better not throw the puck in that area many times. That'll end up in your net.
DeYoung. Cephalone. Brindamore plastered. DeYoung gets it. Looking for someone. Gets through, and Brindamore gets it back to the point. Metza, who scored against Michigan. D to D. Back to Metza, looking for a shooting lane. Can't find one. Minnesota does a good job of this.
Oh, that's so good.
Quinnipiac was trying to get their top line on the ice while that possession. Here comes Metza attacking, wrist shot. Saved by Close, couldn't tie it up. Looking for a bank shot. Quinnipiac had 2 of those against Michigan. Almost got one there to tie the game. And a good start to the second period by the Bobcats. But back comes Knies, the wagon of a winger to the net. Shot by Snuggerud. His 4th shot on goal of the game for Jimmy Snuggerud. That leads everybody. Graff gloves it down. Here comes the top line. Lipkin. Here comes Cooley and Knies, 2 of the best in the country. Knies Backhand pass, intercepted. Here comes Cipollone. Shot is a good one. Blocker saved by Close, who's been active here in the second period. Nyes will stay out there a little bit longer before he heads to the bench. Cooley is nowhere to go. Good defense by Quinnipiac there. They've done a good job stifling this offense since the Middlestat goal to open up the scoring. Lombardi around. Luke Middlestat pinching. Squirts to the slot, and Hughlin had a chance as Pitlick dumps it back in. Tellier softly to the middle. The Bobcats can't quite figure out a way to get through this layer of Gopher defense.
It's a little chess game we got going here between these two teams. Neither team's attacking for real, but they're in the right spot, and there's loose pucks up for grabs. They're winning them. So both teams are playing a lot like each other.
Close to being offside, ruled onside. Tredeschi in to forecheck with the Kristoff wingers. Can't keep it in, and the Gophers will get it deep. There's Connor Kurth, who made that interception and nice play on the Gopher goal. Back to the point. Thomas, D to D, is high and wide off the Lacombe blast.
He got all of that one. A little high, a little wide, but that was heavy.
He's got the best shot of the 7 defensemen that Bob Motzko dresses. There he is, Lacombe, the second-round pick of the Ducks, who lost in a shootout to the Coyotes tonight. Saved by Close. He has the Bobcats' attention right now. This really is turning into a defensive,
they grind it out,
hockey
right?
game.
Yep. First goal, obviously, the next goal being scored is more important every minute.
Right. Barry Rassadin, 21-year-old Finn behind the net. A long stretch pass, but it eventually comes to Thomas, and the Gophers have it again. This might be icing on Quinnipiac. It is.
Well, this period has started a little bit different than period one, with the Bobcats getting a couple of opportunities. It was Metza, the defenseman, who jumps down in the play to start it, and Sam Lipkin, the freshman, who scored a goal from below the goal line the other night. And this is that one-timer we talked about, Butchie, a heavy, heavy shot by the second rounder for Anaheim, Jackson Lacombe.
And all of a sudden, the Bobcats now out shooting Minnesota 9-8, but the Gophers win the faceoff. Favors out there with Johnson. Shot just wide. Top goal! Jackson Nelson using that big, mature body to get position. And once again, the Gophers are firm on the puck.
Face-offs, face-offs, face-offs. You have to win face-offs if you're going to win games. Puck goes to behind the net, right out in front of the net. No one's picking anybody up. And where's it going to go? Goaltender's working. He gets beat to the front of the net, and the goal goes in. He doesn't know where it is yet. He's trying to pick it up. Goes across to pick it up. It goes across the net the wrong other way, and there's a goal in the net. That is huge. That's a huge goal right there for Minnesota. Great goal.
What a play by Faber to shoot that wide on purpose. Colby Cohen and use the end boards.
Yeah, that was a design play, and we will definitely give you another look at that. Real smart by 14, Brock Faber, to see the angle towards the net.
Brock Faber scissors and a 2-0 lead. Nelson's 10th of the year, academic all Big Ten. Son of Chad and Jennifer, and Chad and Jennifer are glowing right now. Their boy has a goal in the national championship game. Quinnipiac's got to go now. Down 2 to the best team in the country. Nyes. Bob Motzko throws the top line right out there. He wants to keep the pressure on, going for the kill. Quillen. Down low. Graff has it. Quillen supports the center on this top line. Metza will pinch to keep it in. Back in 2016, Quinnipiac reached the title game in this arena, and they had to face mighty North Dakota. And that star-studded lineup of Besser and Kajula, Schmaltz got the job done and won the national championship from the Bobcats. Once again, the Bobcats down to a mighty powerhouse. 2-0 here. Shot to the net. Saved by Close. Deflected late again. Cooley, nice play to Nyes. 1-on-1. This is where he's dangerous. Nyes. Excellent defensive play there by Nordquist. Hughlin comes in now on the line change. Hughlin to the net. Firm in front. Nyes. Nice play. Gets it back to the point to Chesley. Wrist shot blocked. Trickles wide to the net, and the Bobcats have room to exit. Cipollone just has the red line to prevent the icing as Middlestead chops it hard. Only one penalty in this game. It was an early one to Brindamore. That was the only power play of this game.
Obviously, Minnesota doesn't have to be as aggressive anymore with the 2-0 lead, so they can pick and choose when to attack.
Hughlin gets it in deep, and Pitlick will forecheck. Rassinen trying to get away from him. Pitlick does a good job. Minnesota wants the puck at this end of the ice, trying to end that 20-year championship drought. Shot trickled in front. Still free. Pitlick tries to get it out. Can't. Metsa has it for the Bobcats. Throws it across, but bounces into the opposite corner. Shot from the point. Free in front. Brindamore can't quite find it and tee it up. Metsa gloves it down. Bothered by Pitlick. Pitlick had a beast of a shift there. He was everywhere. Picked up by Tellier. Tellier, a bouncing puck. Brindamore still out there. Now he'll change. Metsa keeps it in. Puck bouncing around for the Bobcats. Goes in front. Score! Tellier cuts the lead to 2-1. What a tournament the 22-year-old from Quebec is having.
Well, this was exactly set up. This is a set-up play. And they did it to perfection. They've been doing it all night to perfection. Puck goes out to the points, kept in. No one attacks him. He goes by the man that was supposed to check him. And that's a set pass to the far post. The man going off the other wall comes, loses the defenseman going to the front of the net also. And the puck ends up in the back of the net.
Yeah, what poise by Zach Metsa, the captain, for the Bobcats to keep that play alive, not once but twice. And then Kester loses his man. And Tellier with a big goal to get Quinnipiac back in this hockey game.
Had to have it, and they get it. Nevers now chips it in deep. So at long last, the Bobcats get on the board. Now they have some life. A one-goal game. Haven't reached the midway point yet of the national championship game, as we're offside at the line. It's a hand pass. Take a drink and take a break. Minnesota looked like they claimed a clear advantage as Jackson Nelson gave them a 2-0 lead. But these Bobcats never quit. They're a surgical bunch. Hard to the net. All 3 goals bearing down.
Well, they play for that shiny piece of hardware, and we've seen the action picking up in this period. First, the Gophers, watch the heads-up play by Brock Faber. Too many bodies in front. The lane is off the net, and so Faber, the future NHLer, with the smart off-net shot. Jackson Nelson with the tip, and look at the hookup between Zach Metsa and Christophe Tellier, and we sit at 2-1.
Face-off one. DeYoung shot blocked in front. Brindamore wins the face-off. DeYoung now 2-on-2. Cooley trying to get around his man. Can't do it. The Bobcats snuff out that offensive chance, but this could be icing on Quinnipiac as it goes the length of the ice. The NHL on ESPN. Monday night, the Wild, Brock Faber's future team, are in Chicago to take on the Blackhawks. The Wild enter the day 2 points behind both the Avs and Stars in the race for the Central Division title. Stars won today in overtime. That's Monday, 9 Eastern, 8 Pacific on ESPN as Wild winning 2-1 early in the second against the St. Louis Blues. Snuggerud, a Blue draft pick. Faber, a Wild property now after his rights were traded. Cooley trying to win that faceoff back to Snuggerud. Good job by the Bobcat wingers to come in and help, and they have the puck. DeYoung playing in college game number 184. A fifth-year player. Another icing. Another opportunity for the Gophers to get an offensive zone faceoff.
Well, just what we're talking about, I can't harp on enough as a coach how those are so important, those draws that get lost in your zone. Comes back to haunt you all the time, and that did on that first goal by Quinnipiac. So both these teams got to start relying on defense to make sure they control those face-offs.
Cooley versus Brindamore. Brindamore wins another one. He's had a great tournament, right around 60% on draws. Brindamore will skate this out of the zone. Here come the Bobcats. Will try to gain the red line and dump it in, and he does. And that line will change. McComb makes a nice chip off the glass to Snuggerud. Knocks it down for Nyes. He's met by 3 Bobcats. That line's tired, and good job by Metza. He's had a good Frozen 4. Scored against Michigan, set up that goal. Saved by Close. Steers the rebound to the corner. The Gophers will look to bring it out. Cooley still out there. Gonna need a change soon. Now he goes to the bench.
He's only got half the game left. What? You got to keep him out there, man.
Quillen now in the zone. The big line for Quinnipiac is out there. Comes outside. That'll be offside. Not called. Hughlin, Pitlick. He's a dangerous player in front. Human shot. Oh no! Boy, that was great A. Went over the net.
Oh, Peretz thought that went in. After he charged out, he had a moment where he hung his head, thought for sure that was a goal, and then all of a sudden the sounds of the game must have told him otherwise. But this Minnesota team just continuing. Look at him. He thinks that's a goal, Peretz, Barry.
Well, you're exactly right. Men attacking the net the way they are, the goaltender has to come out and play it. It's so lucky that didn't end up in the net, but everyone's doing that same play now, that backdoor play, getting a guy come down and score off that shot.
Kurth now gets a shift with Pitlick and Hughlin. There he is, number 10. He was actually cut from the World Junior team that Rand Pecknold was the head coach of for Team USA, and he set up the first goal to Middlestat.
A little extra fuel for this one for sure. They'll do that. They'll switch Kurth and Lamb throughout the game, the third and the fourth line wingers.
You were on that early, Colby. Now Hughlin goes over the boards. Jackson Nelson's out there. He got the second go for goal. Lee under attack. Nice backhand play to start the breakout for the Bobcats. Another good pass as they come up the ice. Can't quite control that one was Lombardi, and they have to give up possession. Let's go Gophers is the chant. Here in Tampa, sellout crowd for the national championship. Just the second head-to-head meeting between Quinnipiac and Minnesota ever. The other one, December 2000. Gophers won 11-2. That was just the second year Quinnipiac was a D1 program. It's also just the second time the #1 overall seed is playing the #2 overall seed since seeding began in 2002. The lone other instance, Jim Montgomery, Denver. They won the title against Minnesota Duluth in 2017. Chris Montgomery now coaches the Boston Bruins, who are trying to.
They're doing pretty good. I hear they're having a heck of a year.
Set a single-season record for wins in a season. Lee turns away, trying to get away from Nyes. Good forecheck by Nyes. Then Cooley supports. Snuggerud couldn't keep it in. Snuggerud, really noticeable tonight. Back to Lacombe, #2. Long blue line pass. Looking for a shooting lane. Easy save. Peretz steers it to the corner. He does that well, controlling rebounds. Minnesota scored the first 2. Tellier, the big one. That could be the first Quinnipiac power play, and it will be, as Brindamore, who committed the only other penalty of the game, draws that one. And the Gophers now will be short-handed. So Snuggerud
Number
went in the wrong
81,
box.
2-minute minor, tripping.
Jimmy Snuggerud between the skates of Brind'Amour, and the Bobcats will have a chance to tie the game. Jimmy Snuggerud's dad, Dave, was an All-American Gopher, former NHL player. He's in the box, 2 minutes for tripping. Great chance for Quinnipiac to feel good. Boy, Nikki's feeling good.
Wow.
Oh, that's there. Okay. She's focused. Yeah, she would not be. She's focused on the game.
That was good.
She's a field hockey athlete from Duke.
I believe that.
Yeah.
All-American.
So Bobcats' chance now to tie the game on the power play. They got their best players on the ice. Here comes Lipkin, the freshman. He can do it all, number 28, Coyote 7th-round pick. Metsa to Graf. He's their most dangerous offensive player, but Metsa can't handle the pass. They got to regroup.
Yeah, this power play has a number of different options. Graf and DeYoung, 11 and 10 on the flanks. They'll look for the big one-timers, and then Brind'Amour, he will be on top of the goaltender.
They enter easily. Brind'Amour with it. Back to Graf. Bothered by Nelson, but steers away. And the Bobcats are set up now in their structure. Metsa. Brock Graf is open. Shot tipped. Oh, excellent chance in front by DeYoung in that bumper position. Here comes Nelson shorthanded. Well, Metsa, he'll turn and change, and 4 fresh penalty killers for the Gophers step on the ice. Here comes DeYoung, the 5th-year senior. They're entering easily. Graf has it, but the Gophers clear.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more movement on this Bobcat power play. They're getting in and they're getting to their structure, but with Minnesota, the speed of their penalty killers, you've got to move around a little bit, create a little bit of deception.
Jaden Lee now will enter in. Nice play to Tellier, the goal scorer for Quinnipiac. 30 seconds left. They got time here. Need pucks at the net. Tip wide. Pass in front, Lombardi, no. Lee has a chance. Oh, he elects to pass. This puck still alive in front. Nyes will look to clear. He can't. 10 seconds left on the power play. Tellier smacking his stick. Lee's shot. Tellier to the net. Can't get it past Lacombe. Great stick by Lacombe. Now uses his body. But the Bobcats have it. 5-on-5. Penalty over. Gophers need a clear to regroup. And still can't get it. Lee to the net. Easy save by Close.
Great special teams, boy, out there. Both teams are doing it to perfection. Puck's going side to side, can't get it to the net. It bounces to the side, wide open. Again, puck is not getting to the net. You must miss the net somehow and make sure you get a shot off that, because right now there's just no way the puck is going to the front of the net.
Yeah, good puck retrievals too, Barry.
Yeah,
Off the shot, they're winning the ball, and you can see Nikki Pecknold, Rand's wife, got to be nerve-wracking sitting on the other side of that glass.
That power play was great. That's one of their best power plays that I've seen, so they look good.
They haven't had a productive power play in this tournament. Now 1 for 11. Faber. Johnson. Block shot. Nice job. Comes out of the zone.
Oh, that stung Berghardt. He's hurting a little bit right on the side of the leg.
He wants to change.
Desi Berghardt with that block shot. Here comes Cooley. Can't beat the 1-3-1, but doesn't turn it over. Now he does almost. Don't want to see passes like that against this team. Shot by the glove, but it's wide. Berghardt got a lot on that one. Now he'll finally get that change he wanted after the block shot. Lipkin as the top line's back out there for Quinnipiac. Quillen, nice chip pass over. Graf with a chance. Graf around the net, throws it in front. Puck bouncing and into the glove of Close.
Good strength by Close in front of that net, Johnny. He stood tall.
He is on his game. Lots of bouncing pucks, pucks up into the air. But the Gopher goalie, I got it, Yola Tango. 3 goals in this game. Colby Cohen, break it down for me, fella.
Yes, started out all Minnesota, the fourth line with the energy shift off the bench. Then it's the Brock Faber off-net shot with the Jackson Nelson finish. But hang on a sec. Zach Metsa, Christophe Tellier hooking up around the net. And we've got ourselves a 1-goal hockey game.
Yeah, Tellier right there. Such a big goal for the 22-year-old. Played his USHL hockey at Muskegon. Had 22 goals in just 53 games. They expect a lot from him, and he's really delivered in this tournament. We saw that highlight goal in Bridgeport.
Oh, did we ever?
Yeah, him and Filion have really stepped up.
Well, you know, he's got a slick set of hands. He's got guts. He pays the price, and he's a finisher. So he is going to score a lot of goals. You're exactly right.
And give Rand Pecknold credit. He changed this lineup in the regional championship game to put Berghardt on the second line, Tellier back to the third, and it has paid dividends.
Just need one more dividend.
Yes, they do. Nevers. Shot just wide of Peretz. Johnson keeps it in. 2-1 lead, late second. This is where you lean on that great defensive core. Your veteran goalie, who's been so calm and steady and confident in net. Defense is going to win this game at this point for the Gophers.
I like the way both teams are playing. They're both playing hard, smart hockey.
Metsa, good stick there by Faber to send that into the netting. For more information on college hockey, the Frozen Four, and all 90 NCAA championships, go to ncaa.com. Rand Pecknold, the concern grows as the seconds tick off.
John, it's exactly like that as a coach. The clock just runs and runs, and if you got the lead, it's not supposed to, right?
No.
But then you start panicking. We got to get it going. We got to score a goal. We got to check. And all of a sudden, you defeat the purpose of relaxation.
He's reached this title game now 3 times in the last
good coach
10 tries.
Good coach.
Losing to Yale and Pittsburgh in 2013, here to North Dakota in 2016. DeYoung, Brindamore, shot deflected behind the net. Brindamore along the wall, chipped out. Here come the Gophers. Here comes Snuggerud. Stops at the line, chips it behind the net. Rassinen is there, bothered by Nyes. Beautiful play by Rassinen to avoid Nyes and begin the breakout. Here they come with Brindamore, attacking, bouncing, using the reach. Watch out, DeYoung! Oh, what a block shot by Lacombe! And here comes Nyes, galloping, trying to get around Legault. Can't do it. Good job by that Quinnipiac defense. Nyes, shot into the glove of Peretz as Connor Kurth was looking for the back of the net.
How you win games, John? Well, you got to give up your body a little bit, and that's exactly what you saw here for Minnesota. Puck goes out in the slot. Lacombe comes out, takes it right in the guts. He doesn't care. I'm going to do anything it takes tonight to win this game. Yeah, and see how both those teams will be willing to give up their bodies.
Yeah, that's an offensive thinking defenseman too, just selling out.
Pass in front, Kurth! Oh, another block shot, and Peretz is there to cover it up. Boy, Connor Kurth is everywhere tonight, number 10 for the Gophers.
Yeah, he's played a little bit on the third line, a little bit on the fourth line. Right now with Hughlin just winning a battle behind the net. And this is why the Gophers are so good, because they've got 4 lines full of players that can hurt you.
Chesley tees it up. Peretz, where is it? It's over there to Cipollone, who gets it out.
You're going to find out about who the coach believes in on his bench pretty soon.
Sticks and the skate blades grinding into this Tampa ice. Every inch has been contested tonight. Just a grinding affair. Got to stay on your toes, avoid the turnover in this low-scoring, tight game, which is what we expected coming in. Metsa's going to play a lot the rest of the way, number 23.
If he believes in you, you're going to be on the ice the rest of this game. There's no doubt about that.
A lot of 5-year seniors to lean on. 2 minutes left in the second. Here comes Lipkin now. Lipkin looking to make a play. Shot through traffic again, as Close has been battling traffic to make a lot of glove saves. We mentioned last time we were here in Tampa in 2016, Quinnipiac was here in Tampa. They beat Thatcher Demko in Boston College to reach the title game. A 3-2 victory over BC. But then in the title game, this is Brock Besser against Devon Toews and Drake Caggiula. There's Nick Schultz, who made a great stick check play on another Caggiula goal, and North Dakota wins the title over the Bobcats.
What a line, what a line.
North Dakota hasn't been back to a title game since, but now Quinnipiac
Hard to get there, that's not easy.
No, it ain't. Here come the Gophers. Brodzinski throws it across, but incomplete.
Maybe shoot that one.
Yeah, he was trying to hook up with Nevers. There's a nice play to Kester. He can't keep it in, so he'll make the smart play and regroup. Throw it off his teammate, who will now throw it in deep. And the Gophers can change.
A lot of bobbling pucks right now. Late in the period, the ice is soft, a little bit warm in the building. So at the blue lines, you've got to be sure with your plays.
Here comes the 1 minute call. 11 shots Quinnipiac, 6 Minnesota in the second period. As Close once again covers up, so Quinnipiac gets a late second period offensive zone face-off. Let's see what Rand Pecknold decides to do.
Who he puts out there.
Bob Motzko will look because he gets the last change.
You're going to go 4 forward, something like that. But again, you'll see who the coach believes in.
I know Brindamore will be out there to take the draw, and you watch his lower hand. Brindamore, number 22, he gets so low on his stick for that leverage point.
Brindamore, Cooley does a good job, but the whistle was blown. Cooley doesn't like it.
Well, I'm sure his dad has talked to his son about face-offs late in the game. So, great teacher, had a great teacher, no doubt about that.
He gets that bottom hand as low as I see in college hockey.
He breaks his stick a lot because of it. We've seen multiple times he's broken his stick on face-offs.
That and his arms.
They're going to redo this one. The official was still over at the timekeeper, making sure everything was squared away.
Here's Rod Brindamore, still does curls.
Couple thousand probably.
In better shape than half of his players in Carolina.
Rod the Pod, watching his son play in the national championship game. We mentioned Rod played at Michigan State. Had a big year for the Spartans his 1 year of college hockey. His son is down 2-1 to mighty Minnesota. 20 minutes and 25 seconds away from a national championship. They're up by 1. Quinnipiac trying to beat the buzzer here in the second. Rassinen to the net. Just wide. Watch out for Nyes. Here comes Nyes. Can't get around Rassinen. Good play by number 2.
Yeah, you got to be patient as a defenseman when Nyes is coming down on you. Make him get himself to the net. But the defense for the Bobcats. Jacob Norquist just standing up. Excuse me, that was Rassinen just following him to the net, keeping his body position. That is how they teach you to do it.
What hockey we are seeing here tonight. A 1-goal game in the national championship game. And look at that record after 2 periods for the Gophers. Back to the studio. Take it, Arda. Tension rising in Tampa. The start of the third period, moments away. It takes smarts to win a championship, Barry, and this is smart.
Exactly right. You win the draw. That's what you have to do if you're going to win big games. Right there, you saw puck goes to the front of the net. Nobody can pick it up. Goes into the corner, and then a goal is scored. So excellent job. But again, it all comes with the winning and losing draws. So that's going to determine who wins this game. Small things like that.
With Barry Melrose, I'm John Butchergoss. Colby Cohen between the benches for maybe the final 20. Colby, what do you think will be the difference in the final period?
Well, both teams are going to want to stick to their structure. They're here for a reason. Obviously, the Bobcats used to being ahead at this juncture of a game, but it's got to be all hard plays at the blue lines. You got to be thorough. You got to be sure. But 20 minutes is a long time. I think we're going to see a lot happening in this third period.
Minnesota seeking their first national title since winning the tournament in back-to-back seasons in 2002 and 2003.
Can you take this?
They lost in their most recent championship appearance versus Union in 2004. Bob Motzko brought here to revitalize his program. Things got kind of flat. Attendance was down. Went to the Big Ten to start kind of a brand new chapter in their program's history, but now they are cooking. Sellout barns, exciting players, and a chance for their 6th national championship in school history. In their 13th try, 5-7 in title games coming in. Quinnipiac seeking their first national championship. They weren't D1 until 1999. This is their 3rd trip to the title game in the last 10 Frozen Fours. What a play by Lipkin between his legs to Graf. Graf has nowhere to go. Tries to keep possession till his teammates get down the ice. Johnson keeps it in. A good layer there by Brzezinski. Nice crisp pass. Nyes trying to do his thing, but Quinnipiac has done a good job neutralizing Nyes one-on-one.
Yeah, they've kept body position on Nyes every time he's had an opportunity to get towards the net. And no looking at the puck, but you...
Saved by Close, rebound in front, and again, he's so calm and in position to make those plays. Protecting the lead with Close and with those 7 defensemen that Bob Motzko says are the best he's ever had or will ever had. And that's a big reason why, after 2, they're 22-0 when leading. Face-off, won by the Bobcats. Shot deflected over the net. Lots of deflected shots, lots of block shots, a lot of pucks in the air that Close has had to fight off, and he's done a good job of that. Here come the Bobcats. Lombardi has it. Tries to get around Chesley. He can't. Lombardi has it now, though. Back to the point it comes, and the Bobcats are set. Lee has room. Wrist shot saved by Close. Tomorrow on ABC, there's an NBA doubleheader on the final day of the regular season. 1 p.m., Hawks, Celtics. Celtics are locked as the number 2 seed in the East. 3:30, LeBron and the Lakers take on the Jazz. NBA countdown 12:30. Both games also stream on the app.
Guys, this late in the game of this magnitude, face-offs in the offensive zone. Huge opportunity.
Face-off won by Chernesky in air. Lee looking for a lane. Shot, save, rebound! Oh, what a play by Faber! What a defensive play on the dirt. Step was Cipollone, but Faber, stick on stick. Those hard plays that Andrew Raycroft talked about. You gotta bear down around the net. And the Gophers have done that offensively and defensively tonight.
Well, again, to get back to winning draws, losing draws, that's going to be a big part of this 3rd period. Both teams look like they're pretty good, but I'll tell you, Minnesota has looked very, very strong the last couple of draws they won.
Quinnipiac on their toes. And as the minutes tick away, they'll slowly have to take a few more chances on the pinch-ins. Stick to their structure for the most part. But they need another goal in this game. Gophers don't have to score one to win. Kester. Erased. Jacob Nordquist, the 25-year-old Swede, gets it out. Top line for the Bobcats out there. Quillen, Lipkin, and Graf.
Good job standing up the blue line there. They do that very, very well.
Three minutes down in the 3rd period. Next year's Frozen Four in St. Paul, Minnesota. Penalty coming up. The mighty Gopher power play is going to get a chance to extend their lead. 7 for 16 so far in the NCAA tournament. That's going to be a hooking penalty that Rand Pecknold does not like.
Is that a good power play when you're talking about numbers like that?
Quinnipiac-Meyer penalty. Quinnipiac-Meyer penalty. 2 minutes, hooking.
Didn't see a lot on this. Let's see Skylar Brindamore, second He wants to go right to the monitor, and he'll watch our replay with us as Cooley comes down.
You know, they haven't really called that all game, and you saw the stick of Brindamore get in on the hands, but for the most part, those have been looked the other way. Big opportunity for the Gophers.
It is a hook by the book. He got him on the wrist. So now let's see if this mighty PK unit can kill these two and get back to business of trying to tie this game. The Gophers, meanwhile, a power play goal right now would be huge. Again, 7 for 16, best in the tournament. Into the zone, just onside. Back to Lacombe. He's got a bomb. Snuggerud's got a bomb. Cooley has it. He's the playmaker, trying to extend his point streak to 17 straight games. Lacombe fires, save, rebound is loose, but again, Peretz, much like Close, calm around his paint, and he covers it up.
Great passes, puck going side to side, making the triangle, making the box move. That's working very well. The goaltender's getting screened, which is good, but he fought through traffic there and ended up making a very good save from the point.
I like the ability to one-time pucks by the Gopher power play. A lethal skill if it can be executed properly.
First shot on goal in almost 7 minutes for Minnesota. They win that draw, now they're good to go. Lacombe, wow! Oh, nice block shot there.
And Berghardt selling out, limping to the bench.
That still hurts. People don't believe that hurts. It bothers you big time, that slapper.
That's playoff hockey, baby.
Berghardt goes to the bench. Nice stick work. Now here they come short-handed. Lee, the defenseman, will chip it in and chase. He needs to get back and retreat. Here come the Gophers now. Snuggerud. Backhand pass across for Pitlick or Huglin. Huglin back to the point. Brodzinski, only one shot so far on this mighty power play. Off the bench. Pass down below. Huglin around the net, looking. Almost looked like he was thinking about the Michigan.
He was.
Brodzinski can't find a shooting lane. He would like to tee one out. No arms in the air. Play continues. Power play winding down. Hughley was looking for Middlestat, who had 2 goals against in the semifinal game against Boston University. Kester. Power play winding down. Pitlick is open in front. Oh, what a poke check by Peretz. Hughley throws it across. 5-on-5 hockey. Brindamore's out of the box. Quinnipiac fans want a penalty. Where's our hook? They don't get it. You hear the boos. That's from the Bobcat Nation.
Yeah, I think that's the right no call as this one makes its way down for icing. But what a play by Yaniv Peretz. Heads up. Look at the active stick to take that one off a Luke Middlestack stick, and Desi Berghardt laying out, Barry. You love that this time of year.
Well, that's winning and losing. Who's ever willing to do that night or shift after shift is going to win this game. It's going to be hard slopping in front of that net and in the corners, but you got to do it if you're going to win a game like this.
Victor Chernesky in air will take the faceoff and win it. Back to Metza. He's out with the big wingers. Graf and Lipkin. Shot! Rebound in front. Chernesky in air. Getting some time with Graf and Lipkin. Graf. Back to the point. Rasinin shot. Deflected again. High off the glass. Lipkin in front. The puck is loose. But Pitlick gets it out of danger. Here he comes in the open ice with Brodzinski. Over 6 minutes gone in the final frame. Third period of the national championship game. Ryan Johnson flips it out of danger. This will be icing is the call. Almost on goal. Very long shift for those Gophers. There's Brock Faber. Could have turned pro last year. Came back. And because of all the depth, his minutes played really went from about 29 to 21 per game.
Just leaves him a lot fresher to play physical, to end plays. Does a lot of things quietly really well.
He's the captain. He's the leader. He's a Gopher for life. And he would love his last game as a Gopher to be a championship. And he's in position to do it. The Bobcats looking to tie as the puck comes out of the zone. Quinnipiac still out shooting the Gophers. 5-1 in the third period. And for the game as well. Shot blocked. TJ Friedman. He's the guy who can rip a wrist shot and tie this game for Quinnipiac. Big number 19, the 25-year-old. Phil got beautiful play in front. Sliding defensive play by Cooley. Puck is loose, bouncing, still free. Out of danger and unable to keep it in at the blue line. Christophe Fillion. This is a get the puck to the net, get bodies in the net, and try to get a greasy one. But here comes Knives. Denied beautifully by Metza. Snuggerud back to the point. To the net. Blocked. And here comes the Bobcats.
Right now, Rand Pecknold got the lines in the blender. Lombardi out here with Brindamore and DeYoung.
One of the best players, as Barry mentioned, will play the rest of this game. Stacking lines, making sure you have a dangerous offensive player out there every shift the rest of the way. Huglin gets it out of his feet and onto his stick. Gets it in deep for Pitlick with forecheck. Peretz, nice play around to DeYoung. Battling up the blue line. Hand-to-hand combat here in Tampa. These two teams are playing for a national championship as Lombardi dumps and changes. Here are the sounds of the game in Tampa. It's been that kind of game. Sticks on sticks. Battles along the boards. Rassinen fakes. Gets around his man. The Gophers escape another chance.
Great shift, great shift.
Bobcats right back in the zone though. The defenseman Rassinen in front. Puck is free. Lipkin tries to fish it out. It's under a Gopher. Bobcats have it. Legault shot just wide. That's close again. Has a Bobcat in his face. Rassinen wide. Rebound on the other side, but Jackson Nelson is there with the defensive play.
Get it out of your end, guys. Get it out of your end.
Just finally did. Middlestat will get it deep, high off the glass and into the netting. Tension in the air in Tampa, almost midway through the final period with the national championship in their focus. Excuse my bellicosity, Barry, but this is your kind of hockey.
You got that right. Both of these teams are working their butts off, finishing checks behind the net. Great job competing. There's a penalty drawn right there. Was it?
No, it's been the great offense, the great defense for Nyes on, for Zach Metza on Nyes. And then how about the play by Connor Kurth, laying out, getting his stick on the puck. This time of night, you are doing whatever it takes for your team.
Minnesota can taste it, and they'll do anything to get it. Just 2 shots in the last 11:58 for the Gophers. And here come the Bobcats again in the zone. Shot, stick, puck is loose! Lombardi can't find it. A little out of his reach. You'll need a good bounce the rest of the way. Likely won't be a pretty goal. Puck will be bouncing around, and will it end up on your stick so you can fire a quick one? Minnesota looking for insurance. Bobcats a tie. Peretz comes out as Nyes was coming down. Eyeball to eyeball with the Bobcat goalie. Nyes to Cooley. He is immediately surrounded. And the Bobcats have it again. They'll softly chip it out as Cooley finishes his check.
It's offsides.
And it's called offside at the line by this NCHC crew.
I don't mind that high flip play though. Late in a game when the ice is soft, you punt that puck out into center ice, make the defenseman handle it with their feet, put a little bit of pressure on them, and you never know what's gonna happen.
Those flippers don't always land properly, you know, or go where you want it to with a flipper.
They get the 56 degree wedge out.
I'd say you're maybe 50-50.
Midway through the third. Kester was it behind the net. Now the forecheck is on for Minnesota. While the Bobcats look to break out. Can't quite do it there. Pass behind DeYoung. Young, nice play to bunt that forward towards Brindamore. Oh, but a good recovery by Lacombe.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Get those rolling pucks into defenseman's feet. Something's going to happen.
Brassinen carries it in. Bobcats are entering the zone without much problem, but when they get there, they haven't quite been able to create a grade A scoring chance. Kind of hopeful, wishful plays, hoping for the bounce. Minnesota also played a good defensive zone game. Lee. Tellier shot. Oh, that's a heavy wrist shot from Tellier. And Justin Close will get a chance to go to the bench and get a beverage, while Christian Tellier will continue his assault in the championship game. Bobcats got to find the tying goal, Colby.
Yeah, they've been putting the pressure on Jaden Lee with a couple of wristers that have found their way through. It's been the bobbling pucks you mentioned up top, and they are going to need to continue to put pucks and bodies at the net because Justin Close has had Christophe Tellier and the Bobcat bunch's number throughout this hockey game.
Tellier, their only goal tonight. Top line back out for Quinnipiac. They'll play a lot the rest of the way. Rand Pecknold will use the TV timeouts and shorten the bench. Graf in front. Oh, what another great stick by the Gophers. Man, are they recovering well. This is an outstanding play in front of Justin Close. Just when the Bobcats appear to have a tic-tac-toe grade A opportunity with Graf and Lipkin and Quillen, they're denied.
Yeah, heads-up hockey in front of the net, Barry. You love to see the stick positioning. This is how you coach them, right?
Faber again.
I just love the fact how they're playing in front of the net. They're keeping their sticks on the ice. They're not allowing passes through to the far post because they were burned on the goal so far with that long pass. So they're just keeping everybody to the outside.
Big play by Metsa. Good pinch to the net. It's free and close. But again, Johnson gets it out of danger. Bobcats are coming. Metzger deflected just wide by Graf. Kept in again by Lee. Bouncing. Close will take the stoppage. And the Gophers are under attack by Jacob Quillen in this Bobcat offense.
Well, you're exactly right. They're really coming after the puck now, and that's exactly what they have to do. Watch the front of the net. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's in front of the goaltender, not letting them see it, but he's seeing it. He's battling great. Both goaltenders have played solid this game. Not a lot of rubber, but they've both been very, very solid.
Here's a face-off win by the Gophers. They needed it. Now they need to get it out, and they do. Watch out, Cooley. 2-on-1 with Stuggerud. Cooley! Stuggerud! Oh, it's high and wide. Nice. Can't get it, and back come the Bobcats 3 wide. What a chance for the Gophers to maybe put this thing away. Quinnipiac will continue their push. Friedman gets through him. Another offensive zone faceoff, and Quinnipiac has owned the dot this period. Shots on goal 8-1.
Well, the Bobcats dodged the bullet here. The clean zone entry for Minnesota. But watch the puck. It rolls up on edge on Snuggerud at the very last second, and he hooks it up and around. I've talked about how soft the ice is. Those types of plays, guys, the puck is going to be bouncing.
And a right-handed shot. Snuggerud's a right-handed shot. He had everything going his way with that pass across.
Face-offs now 9-4 in favor of Quinnipiac. Lee has some room to walk in. Now he'll walk the line instead. More room now. Shot. Oh, just why Close is not seeing a lot of these shots. Kurth will try to chase it down, but Lee has it. And once again, Bobcats will look to put the Gophers on their heel. But boy, Pitlick has been a great forechecker in this game.
That was close to being a hook.
I think that's offside. Yeah, the officials are on it.
Delayed, but it's cleared by the Gophs. So play continues.
The whistles might be over.
Lombardi. As Brindamore forechecks on Faber. Faber, nice play to Chesley, Conley, and they have an easy breakout now. But stopped in the neutral zone. That's what Quinnipiac wants. If you enter your own zone, we're right there to try to get the puck, get it back in. Here they come! Oh, another stick play. Faber again. One-timer. Gopher, saved by Close with the right pad.
Lifted right in the middle of things. The poise to drag it through the front of the net. Hold on to your hats, boys.
That's what the Gophers are doing. The Bobcats are coming. Icing on the Gophers again, so another offensive zone faceoff. Rand Pecknold can get the players he wants on the ice.
Well, we've been talking about how hard it is to get to the puck, to the net with all the traffic. Look at that, 1-2, being chased from behind. Stick lifted up instead of getting a prime A1 scoring chance. Puck goes harmlessly into the corner, but just guys giving everything they got to make this thing happen.
Motzko wants to give his guys a break.
That's a smart timeout.
The right guys.
That's a smart time to use your timeout. It's been a long shift for the Gophers. 6 minutes, 43 seconds remaining. Not sure when you're up what you'd be hanging on to it for. They're not drawing anything up right now on the Minnesota bench. I think this was all about getting a little bit of rest. And Jackson Lacombe, he's going to stay out on the ice. Number 2 for the Gophers, Barry, the second-round pick for Anaheim. He's been phenomenal tonight. Ooh.
Well, look at that play right there. That's winning and losing. They're going to look at this game, if that's changed tomorrow, and say, well, that was the save that made the game ours. It was an unbelievable battle right here. Just excellent job by everybody in front of that net. Everybody's giving up their body. Again, there's only 6 minutes left. Don't save it for nothing.
Again, Minnesota looking for their 6th national championship, first in 20 years. Quinnipiac, their 3rd try, 2nd here in Tampa, looking for their 1st. The first appearance changed the university's trajectory, not just the hockey trajectory, but the admissions skyrocketed. Again, 2016 to the title game. And Rand Pecknold's wife, Nikki, pretty calm right now. Things have looked good so far for their team, but they're still down 1. You can tell the fans are confident. They know they've seen their team do it before. Metsä to Johnson. Johnson trying to get away. One-timer! DeYoung's got a big shot, but it doesn't get through. Bobcats would love to draw a penalty here. They've had the puck most of the time. Oh, what a play by Johnson to step up. Turnover behind the net and deep. DeYoung will go after it. Brindamore gets to it first. The hot Tellier is out there as well with this line, as Johnson has it. DeYoung has a man behind Metsä, however. Here's Johnson to the net. Tipped! Oh! Just over the net. 6 minutes to go. Brodzinski. Oh, what a play. Another turnover in the neutral zone. Collision behind the play. Delayed offside. So the Gophers must exit. They're going to change anyway. Lipkin back in the zone. Time is ticking away on the Bobcats. Approaching 5.5 to go. This is going to be another icing on Minnesota.
Brock Faber just looked over at Ryan Johnson and said, we'll take the icings right now. That's okay. And the Gopher defense continues to make the big plays. Lacombe with another block for his squad.
Face off, Quillen, grab to the middle. Loses control, now goes down to defenseman Lee, who floats down. He's erased by Johnson. Grinding on the wall. Gophers come out with it, 2-on-2. Here comes Knies. Shot saved by Peretz. Rastinen. Quillen. Taken by Knies. Has it open in front. Cooley! Can't control the puck as he whacks away. Oh, we'll get a stick up high. Lipkin knocks him down. No, yes, there's a penalty coming up. Delayed penalty. Quinnipiac will get a power play, but first they'll try to tie the game. Graff. Whistle blows. Bobcat power play with 4:52 to go. Gopher fans don't like it.
Well, what's interesting on this one, Butchie, is the referee, who is closer, actually rolled his hands and said, it's going to be both of you if anybody goes. And then the official, a couple zones away, was the one who put his arm up for the high stick, and first it was the opportunity for Minnesota. The save, and then the penalty. We are going to see a power play late in this national championship game.
His coach told us, Bob Motzko, that Logan Cooley, he likes to cross the line. He's got a lot of fire. Maybe his temper got the better of him here.
I'm a very quiet man, and I certainly saw maybe 4-on-4, not a power play for Quinnipiac. So
Minnesota,
I think that could have easily been even.
So now 2 power plays apiece. That part of the game is even. Quinnipiac will now try to tie the game at 2-2. Again, they've been the better face-off team here in the third. It's Jackson Nelson against Skylar Brindamore. Brindamore wins another. Maybe Colin Graff will do something, number 11. Shot! Never got through. DeYoung had a chance right between the hash marks, but it never got through as that defense, Colby's really collapsing on close.
Yeah, nice play there by Ryan Johnson, and that's what you're seeing. Johnson in favor. The 2 defensive stalwarts for this Gopher team. They're going to need to block a lot of shots on this power play.
Less than 4.5 to go. Quinnipiac looking for a grade A chance. Can Justin close the door. Brindamore has room. He'll go back to the point. Metz a one-timer. DeYoung. Shot! There's Graff, but there's close.
Guys, the Bobcats have been working that bumper player, which is DeYoung, so well between the hash marks. There they use him as a decoy. The puck gets pushed through the seam, and that was as good a chance that they have had in this third period.
Once this penalty is over, then we'll be in pull your goalie land as well. We'll be close to that time. No chance for Filion to find a shooting lane. There's Tellier. Nice, nifty pass. The hot tournament scores are out there for Quinnipiac. Can they tie the game? On the doorstep. Can't get it through. Close is able to cover up as Quillen whacks away. Quillen, Tellier, Filion have been tournament tough, and they were out there at the end of this power play.
Well, it's been all Bobcats late in this hockey game. A couple of looks right on the doorstep, just hacking and whacking, and this is the one I was talking about.
Wow.
What a save. And I like this move by Rand Pecknold. He's going to use his timeout, and he'll get a chance to get his top power play unit back out on the ice for the final 30 seconds here. And Barry, a power play, you're probably looking to draw something up, right?
Well, I'm sure they've got 3 or 4 plays that they would use. You know, if it's a draw, you got to win the draw before you can set up a play. So I think they do have plays in their back pocket, little trick plays, little gimmicky plays. But the bottom line is you still got to win a battle and get a loose puck and go to the front of the net. Nothing's going to come easy, no matter how many plays you have drawn up.
A great third period for Rand Pecknold and Quinnipiac. They've dominated the Gophers. 12 shots on goal to 4. Now he's trying to use the last 36 seconds of this power play, give his #1 unit time. If they're unable to convert, there'll be less than 3 minutes left, and then the next step is when do I pull Yanni Peretz?
We got to think Brindamore will take this face-off as the #1 unit comes back out, but important here, your wingers got to be on their toes to help at all costs on this face-off. Oh, the goaltender.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going to come.
Wow. So the extra attacker is on. We're 6 on 4, 3:28 to go. Pecknold is a riverboat gambler. We saw it in the tournament last year against Michigan, and he's going to try it now. This is a huge gamble. Minnesota can ice the puck and score a goal. But now they're set up. One-timer. Oh, what a block by Faber. Graff throws it around the other side. Tellier between the legs to Lipkin. Johnson is there. He's strong along the boards. Johnson. Time ticking away. Puck to the point. Graff is open, but an excellent stick. Logan Cooley about to step out of the box with an open net. We saw what he did in the semifinal game against BU with 2 empty netters. Graff has it. Power play over. 6 on 5 as here comes Cooley. Graff better shoot it. Score! Kraft does it! Game tie, 2-2. He was the man that needed to do it, Colby.
Yeah, we were looking for Colin Graff to step up and make a big play. Skylar Brindamore doing an incredible job on top of the crease, calling attention to himself. But at the end of the day, it's the simple shot. And look at the reaction from Rand Pecknold's wife, Nikki. A sigh of relief as we've got a tie ball game, 2:47. Wow, what a move.
Back come the Gophers now. See if this gets them more aggressive to win the game in regulation. They have the puck. They're set up. And here come the Bobcats now. 2-on-2 in a 2-2 game in the third. Friedman can't get by Kester. And now the Gophers back out there with the top line. Johnson, nice play to intercept it. Snuggerud. Into the zone now. Snuggerud. Shot is a ripper. And Peretz makes the save. Just over 2 to go.
Yeah, Peretz hasn't seen a lot of shots in this third period.
Good point, Colby. As Chesley gets it over to Snuggerud, and Coley will slap it in. So the goalie pulled goal by the Bobcats.
That's a gutsy move, man.
As the puck flies into the Quinnipiac bench. Colin Graff would be his 21st goal of the year.
Yes.
He shoots his right 5-hole. Let's see if Brindamore gets a piece. I don't think he did. Yep.
He's over there. He's in the vicinity. The rebound. Did he get the rebound?
No, Close was thinking about him, though. Watch him turn a little bit towards Brindamore. Kind of opens up the pad.
I'm not sure he touches it or not, but he absolutely calls attention to Faber and to Close and is a big part of that goal.
2-2. 1 minute. 40 seconds away from overtime. Unless the team can win it late. Braston wide on purpose. Nice play. Puck comes out to the slot. Here comes Huglin. Just onside. Here comes Pitlick. He's been a good gopher today. Chips it back, but it comes out. One minute, 13 seconds to go.
The atmosphere in this building right now, the tension, the noise. Both teams' fan bases going at one another. This is what college hockey is all about.
Face off at center ice with 73 seconds to go. Dominating third period by Quinnipiac has tied the game at 2. Tellier dumps it back in. The neutral zone is completely clogged right now. The Gophers can't get through. Bobcats are stepping out confidently. Back to the point. Faber's got a chance here. Just stays in. The puck was on the paint. But Quinnipiac will skate it out with some numbers, heading north. That's going to be icing. That's a mental mistake with 35.6 to go.
Yeah, Tellier didn't quite get the red line and got a little excited. Neither coach has a timeout left. Nobody able to draw anything up here, so you're just going to rely on your skilled players here to make a play.
Haven't had an overtime national championship game since 2011. Scott Sandelin's Minnesota Duluth Bulldogs won that in overtime. Saw Scott here this week at the Frozen Four. Going to have some hip replacement surgery in the next couple of weeks. The Bulldog coach, we wish him well. Gophers have it. Can't get anything on that. And now the Bobcats come the other way with less than 30 seconds left in regulation. Here comes Cooley. Of course, he'll be out there for the final little bit to try to create some offense. Got to be careful here late not to commit a penalty as Cooley barks at the officials. Lipkin throws it across, and Quillen will try to get it deep. That should at least keep the Bobcats free of any regulation loss. We're going to go to overtime. For the first time since 2011, the national championship will be decided in overtime. And Colin Graff was the difference maker the Bobcats needed. He was their best offensive player and gets his first goal of the tournament when it was needed the most. Arda, we got overtime, baby. The national championship game has gone to overtime. The Quinnipiac Bobcats, after a thrilling and dominating third period, tied the game on the stick of Colin Graff, and now the national championship will be decided in overtime. Since 2000, it's happened 4 times. First time since 2011 when Kyle Schmidt brought the Bulldogs a national championship. Colby Cohen scored in 2009, and Grant Petone scored that overtime winning goal for the Gophers in 02. All right, Barry, what's going to decide it?
Simplicity, winning a draw, getting the puck out along the wall, doing the ugly things. It ain't going to be a pretty goal. It'll be an ugly goal, so get ready for it. It's going to hurt your feelings.
Colby, you've been there, man. You've done it. What's it like as these players begin overtime?
Exciting. That is the word that comes to mind. You want to be the guy who makes the play. You got to want the puck on your stick, and everything, as Andrew Raycroft said, has to be hard and towards the net.
Briyesh Patel is the strength coach for the Quinnipiac Bobcats. They take pride in their fitness and how they train, and that was the difference in the third period. This is a fit unit. Some people call him the best strength coach in college hockey. And let's see if they can carry that over with Jacob Quillen and the rest of the Bobcats here in overtime. Bobcats win the faceoff as they won most in the third period. Pass complete. Lipkin has a man in front. Shot life-changing moment for Rand Pecknold, the Quinnipiac Bobcats. You see how emotional he is. Their first national championship in program history comes 10 seconds into overtime, and 2 of their best players make it happen. Complete devastation for the Golden Gophers. Complete elation for Rand Pecknold. You can see tears in his eyes. He's finally done it on his 3rd try. And now he'll shake the hands of a devastated Bob Motzko, who perhaps was hanging around just in case there was a review. But now Motzko shakes his hand and shows the great sportsmanship. These Bobcat players, we talked about their fitness and their training. It carried over into the first 10 seconds. What a backhand pass from Lipkin to Jacob Quillen, who produced Barry from the drop of the puck in Bridgeport. He kept producing.
Well, don't forget,
Colby Cohen with the winning coach. At long last, Colby, he gets it done.
Well, Rand, you made this program Division I in 1999. Nobody's won more games than you in the past 10 years. Now you're going to hang that banner at your home rink. What does it feel like for you right now?
I'm just trying not to cry. I don't think I can do this. Just proud. Just awesome. Sorry, I can't. I need a hug. Give me a hug.
Well, look, this is a great moment for your team. An incredible comeback win. You told us how close you are with the seniors and the leadership group. how much love do you have for this Bobcat team?
Just an awesome group, awesome culture. You know, I saw a bunch of our alums on the way over here. I bumped them in the hotel. Like, it's just, you can't put a value on what we just did for Quinnipiac University, what these boys did. It's awesome.
The winning goal. You see the play happening. Lipkin makes the pass to the front of the net. Quillen, another one. What was going through your mind during that play on the bench?
It's all Joe Dume. Joe Dume has that's his play, and it worked, and you know, we got a natty.
Well, congratulations, Coach. You're a national champion, Division I hockey coach. Now go celebrate with your team.
All right, thank you.
Great job, Colby. For all those Bobcat alums like Devon Taves. Remember, Taves won a Stanley Cup in this building, in the same locker room the Bobcats used for this game tonight as the number 2 seed. He mentioned Joe Dume, the assistant coach. He's going to get a Division I head coaching job soon. Turned one down last year. It just wasn't the right choice for him. And Pecknold said Dume has his play off a winning face-off to start a period from the center ice dot. And it was surgical, and that's the word you use with this Bobcat program. Again, stretch pass Barry to Lipkin, who put it on the tape of Quillen.
And again, the goal was scored on that backdoor play that we've talked about 3 or 4 times in this game, that's how a goal was going to be scored. From one side of the rink to the other, he beats his man to the far post, goes in off the stick, and there's the tie game. So we were talking about that play all night, and here it comes back and scores the biggest goal in a lot of people's history.
Brock Faber just devastated for the Gophers. The man who scored the goal he'll never forget, Victoria, Jacob Quillen.
Jacob Quillen, 10 seconds into OT. What was going through your head when you realized you scored the game-winning goal?
I don't know. I just wanted to go back to our own and Selly. We practiced that play 100 times this year, so I mean, thankful it worked out.
What does it mean to bring home the first ever national championship to Quinnipiac University?
It's a dream come true. I mean, these guys work so hard all year. We're so close. We're like a band of brothers. It feels awesome.
Band of brothers who are now national champions. Go celebrate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys.
Good job, Victoria. Sam Lipkin has been an absolute gem for this program. One of the few younger players, just 20 years old, and what a backhand pass tape to tape he made. Colby Cohen is with the assist leader.
Sam, let's start with the goal. What a play. Was that planned all along? Did you see him coming down the slot?
Yeah, no, that's a set play by us. We didn't win much faceoffs, but we won that one clean, and that was a hell of a play right there.
Let's go back to late in the third period. Your coach pulls the goalie. You guys are up on the power play. You're on the power play. What are you guys talking about in the huddle when that goaltender comes out with 3+ minutes to go?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a lot of time, but it was just get pucks in net, pucks and bodies, and we were fortunate to get that one. So.
Well, Sam, congratulations. You're a national champion. Go celebrate with your teammates.
Go Bobcats!
Mentioned Devon Taves, Connor Clifton, Sam Annis. You know they're all watching. They had their shot to win a national championship, but I'm sure they feel a part of it. They're still part of the program. They help buy the boys dinner while they're down here in Tampa. And for Hamden, Connecticut, and really the state of Connecticut, the little nutmeg state it's a sneaky hockey state. And really, for Connecticut sports fans, UConn just won their 5th national championship in program history, the men. And now the men of Quinnipiac, for the first time, will raise a national championship banner next fall in their beautiful arena in Hamden. For Colby Cohen, Victoria Arlen, and Barry Melrose, I'm John Butchergrass. What a privilege and honor to deliver to you the national championship game from Tampa. Next year we'll be in St. Paul, Minnesota. Congratulations, Quinnipiac, national champions for 2023.